hello everyone. We're live and we have our beautiful Nick with us. Hey Nick, how you doing?
I'm great, Marie. Thank you for asking. Wonderful. Just riding the wave, as we've just said. How about you?
Yeah, a bit the same. Just allowing things to come through. Jazzy wants to say hello to everyone as well. So yeah, a little bit the same as well. Just doing the just allowing, and I think it's like coming into a place of, okay, I'm just going to surrender and allow whatever's meant to come through, whatever's meant to happen, and I feel that's making it a lot easier for me. So, to go through these beautiful shifts and changes. So how's everyone going out there? Let us know. So yeah, but so, and for everyone that's in the US, I think you've probably noticed that I have taken it to that 7 p.m. time frame, which is 9 a.m. here. I think my brain wasn't quite cognitive for me to be ready for 8. So I hope that's all right with everyone. So Marie's on, Lady Hook's on. Hi guys. So yeah, so today I thought we would just continue on because there has been a lot of synchronicities that I've really noticed, and especially through my intuition coming up, and then the dream I've had has actually really confirmed everything that was going on for me. So yeah, so if anyone's had synchronicities or they get that intuition and they do something and then you find out why you've done it, let us know. I love that part of life. It makes it so exciting. So yeah, so Nick, what's been happening for you?
Well, I've always had my regular set of dreams. I actually had I think it was more about some clearing in one of my chakras, the sacral, that probably was in there I was unconscious of, that dream was really about that experience. But then I think we talked about it last week about having some fun. So I did put out some intentions of a fun dream and I got some really cool visions. So, and that's for everyone, actually. The vision was one of those dreams that I thought I'm feeling more and more that my dreams, I'll have ones that are specifically for me, but now I'm having so many more that are about the collective, which is really uniting, and it's all about being in flow.
Yeah. So did you want to talk about that?
Yeah. Well, I put the intention out about having something fun, a fun dream, and I sort of have them every couple of weeks, and not so much belly laugh ones, but ones where I know I'm having fun and enjoying myself. And so I put the intention out, and once again, it's really clear message when I get one straight away. It's like I don't even have to wait. Here it is. And the vision, and I have to write them down, otherwise I will forget because there's so many. So I called this one coloured floor, even though I'm not sure if it was a floor, but it was some sort of plane, and it was like a wave. It was this undulating thing underneath me, and I just saw multicolours of patterns, vibrant, beautiful, really strong. They were almost like they were popping out, like 3-dimensional, but they were in little sort of grids, like a patchwork everywhere. And I was just in awe, flying and floating over them. But I was sort of standing on top of them as well. And then after that, I got that image because it was moving. I got myself an image of holding a paintbrush, and I was painting, and I was painting all these beautiful colours, and I could see the image of flowers. And then I was going around and outlining the actual petals. So I did a little bit of a decode because that's the most exciting part now.
Yes, exactly.
And so, to me now, I can sit back and go, oh, this is a really clear overall message that I'm getting. But basically, it was the multicolours is the rainbow. Once again, every colour was represented. Even felt there might have been colours that I haven't seen before as well. It's being in balance and in harmony, and that's in terms of our energy fields, having more awareness about things. Also, after having a lot of difficult lessons, I'm guided by my higher self, and I'm pleased, and my higher self my soul is pleased about the progress that I've made. So it's sort of like saying, well done. You've come through this. There's more to come, but this is just to say, yes, you're allowed to have some fun. It's okay. Don't take it so seriously. Here's this beautiful ability to show self-expression through painting. That's something to be encouraged because that's the expressive part of myself. Also, a paintbrush, I looked that up and it said the tool for creating expression, which makes sense. And the flower is the direction of beauty and fulfillment defined by drawing and highlighting outlines. So overall, the thing that I got with that was we're riding this energetic wave, and it's the importance of bringing art and painting into life, and that, I guess, is any creative pursuit. And I just got it as art.
Beautiful, and I love it. It is very healing. I know, because I'll often do the colouring in, what do they call it, the mandalas and things, and I find it just allows me to go into almost another realm within myself. It's like a meditative thing, and it's just beautiful. So I agree with you. And talking about colours, we both got the green memo this morning. Obviously.
So funny.
So I got told specifically, Marie, you've got a clean green T-shirt, you have to put it on. And I went, okay. So obviously there's some, and I know there's been a lot of big heart stuff going on for people. So I feel this is really helping, and with that physical aspect of our beautiful heart and heart chakra. So how fascinating is that? So,
and I actually picked up a real vibrant green. It's one of my favourite colours, and I thought, no, just not into that today. And then I thought. And straight away, I remembered I had this coloured one. So I thought, yeah, that's the one. So I put that on, and I thought, I wouldn't be surprised if this is another one of these synchronicities. We'll see. And then when we join.
I mean, we don't speak to each other before the show like this. It just happens. So, yeah. And we've got, who we've got on? We've got Kathleen on. We've got Tribal. Oh, Greg's on. I've been dying to know how. And Tanya's on, my beautiful friend. Yay, hello. And yeah, so Greg, I'd love to know how your big trip went. And yeah, so of course it's St. Patrick's Day over there because it's Monday for us here. So yeah, but interesting. So what was I going to say? The fun aspect. It's really interesting you say that, because I was watching a movie, and honestly, I have to recommend it. It's beautiful. It's called Dog, and it is on Netflix, but it is just beautiful. And I was like, I haven't belly laughed watching a movie like that for so long. I was just cracking up because it was my sense of humor that I love. So guys, watch this beautiful movie. It's really, really healing in its own right as well. Really beautifully done. So definitely we'll put that one forward. So fun. So I love that. I was thinking, I was going, oh my God, there's synchronicities, but I'd forgotten about the fun part, but yet it was coming through anyway. So and even the dream I had when Clive kindly let me have a sleep in the other day, and I remembered it, and it was amazing. It was showing me how much emotional healing that's happened for me, and how I'm in a very different place and aspect emotionally within myself. So guys, let us know if you've had any dreams, or if you've had any aha moments, or you've had any fun things happen. Just pop it on. It's so good to hear from people. So should we start with one of the dreams that got sent in?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. And it was interesting because this is from our beautiful friend Creepy Dave. So this is Dave's dream.
Hi, Dave. Last night I went to bed telling myself I want to levitate. I can levitate. So that night I dreamt about driving on a dual carriageway that leads to the roundabout with 4 exits. One of the exits said airport, and I was thinking out loud, why would I go that way? So I drove out in a different exit.
Interesting. I'm going to pop up his comment now because I love it when everyone has a go at decoding.
Listening to the show, someone said that they analyse their dream for days. I do the same, just break it down to bits, or let's go back to basics, like you were saying. So far, I figured out that I'm going in a good direction, but not ready or not on my path to levitate, which would be a bummer.
It's interesting, isn't it, how we do get shown, because as we know, the airport is a place where it's a spiritual journey. The plane is a big aspect of spirituality within us. So I think you've actually decoded that perfectly, Dave. We have choices in life, and I really feel we're guided by our soul or by our deeper aspect as to what's the right timing for us. So, maybe you'd freak yourself out too much if you actually did levitate. I don't know. So what do you think on this one, Nick?
Yeah, well, I've put the intention out there too to have levitation dreams, because I've had them in the past.
Yes.
But I like that. It's exactly what I thought when you said that you didn't go that way of the airport, which is a way of elevating yourself into becoming that higher spiritual being. It's sort of like, just slow down. You're not ready for that yet. So take the detour. You've got some more things to experience first or to work through. But I do feel that it's there waiting for us.
Yes, I agree with you. And the fact we're even asking for it, and the fact that you were floating in your dream, like with over the coloured floors,
Yeah.
and there's that beautiful synchronicity there anyway with the dreams that are coming through.
Yeah, true.
So thanks, Dave, for sending that through. And we're going to try and get Dave on because he's in the UK. He has to wait for a bank holiday, for a Monday holiday, to be able to get on because it's so late. And so, but he said he's going to come on. So that'll be the Easter Sunday night or our Easter Monday morning. So so Dave's going to come on and we're going to actually get to meet our beautiful family. So anyone else that wants to come on, you can just pop on for a few minutes, or you can just stay and chat, or you can bring a dream. And yeah, so just send me an email. I am at magicmarie.com, and give me a date that might suit you, and I can just send you through the StreamYard link, and we'll jump on a few minutes before and we work out, how it's really easy. And yeah, so because I want to meet you all, I want everyone to come on and say hello at some stage. So, all right,
and Marie, you are very accessible, and you make it like smooth for people. So yeah,
and if you don't want to have your face on, you can just talk. It's okay. We can just pop something up for you. So,
and you don't need pants.
What was that?
You don't need pants.
We don't need pants, exactly. Don't tell all our secrets. Oh, it's funny. Okay, so let's have a look and see. So Kathleen, we'll go to a live one and then we'll go back to the other one that Laurie sent in.
Yeah, Kathleen, hi. Has said that I have so many busy dreams and can't remember them when I wake up. Just traveling and doing things. Not bad dreams, but I have been waking up every morning with the song lyric, "We Are the World."
Oh, that is so beautiful, Kathleen. Yes. So, okay, I'm going to put up the next bit as well from her.
Oh, yes, in the lyrics. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, we make a better day, just you and me. It pops in my head all day long, and I said, stop, enough. So another song lyric has been...
Where are we at?
Waking me up, and it goes, 1,000 people in the street singing songs and carrying signs. Mostly say hooray for our side, for what it's worth. It feels like that is going to happen this summer.
Wow. So I wonder if that is like a little bit of a prophetic sense that you've been given through your dream state. So, and I know we can tap into that collective consciousness, which we are part of. So look, I'll be dancing on the streets with you all. If that happens, that'd be amazing. Yeah. So and sometimes, prophetic dreams too, when we do tap into that collective consciousness energy, it gives us where the vibe is at in an image or in a beautiful little vision, like what Kathleen's talking about. And Kathleen, I get songs too, and I'll get woken up in the middle of the night with this song. And I've got Zan, who used to be on here. She's like she's a real music person, and so if I can't work out what the song is, but I can hum the tune, she knows what it is. So she's my go-to for finding out. Oh, I had this song; it's in my head. What is it? And she'll know it. So
do you know this song? Is this a song that is known? The second one?
Not this one. Kathleen, can you hum it for us? Yeah. So, but sometimes I won't even know the name of it. I'll just have this hum or a few words, like what Kathleen's got. So Kathleen must know the song, though, to be putting it up. But I don't know the song. So
it's stunning, Kathleen. I've had a similar dream, and it's somewhere in my book. It probably was a year ago, maybe longer. And I saw lots of people. I would say I only saw it like not demonstrating, but it was peaceful, but there were thousands of people everywhere. They were sort of outside around the world, the whole world. It wasn't just in one place, and very similar to it. So and I felt that was something that could be happening.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Well, they do say that there'll be celebrations, or there'll be a big coming together of people. So do you want to read that one?
Yeah, not bad. Just like a lot of unrest and people out protesting. Exactly. It is from the 60s song by Buffalo Springfield. Ooh, I'll have to look that one up.
Look that one up. We will definitely have to look that one up. Oh, so she said then, yeah, it's
called For What It's Worth.
Okay, For What It's Worth. Yeah, so and Kathleen's getting the same as yourself. So it's really nice, isn't it, how we sometimes we get sort of like a collusion, and which gives us like a bit of a heads up or a bit of a yep, this is right, with what people are getting. And I think that's why it's so lovely to have a group like this, is because if things like this do come up, we get confirmation that it's a truth. So yeah, so thanks, Kathleen, for sharing that.
Excellent.
So, let's pop up Greg's.
Hi, Greg. Lovely to see you both. I had an amazing dream. I found a large round ingot of gold and another flat ingot also, plus some of coins scattered around. Is it meaning more than abundance?
Interesting. So, Greg, can you put in what you think it means first? So if you're watching, I know it's early over there in Western Australia, but if you can pop in what you think it means. I know you've obviously said it means abundance, but yeah, so because coins can mean change as well. But yeah, and yeah, so you put it in first, and then we will talk about it. Because I think you've got a lot of knowing about this one. So, all right. So we'll go to the other dream while we're waiting for Greg to pop that in. We'll go to Laurie's dream.
Hey there. So she woke up at 3:33 before dream. Matthew Mornian was
now.
in it.
I didn't know who Matthew Mornian was. Have you heard of Matthew?
No.
So I looked it up because I was going, oh, this is interesting, and it's actually someone that does spiritual work and YouTubes and things like that. So yeah.
So Matthew was in it, and my best friend Dee. I was in a world where people seem to be constantly on the go, all waiting for an elevator. We got on, but got off on the wrong floor. My bestie decided to take the stairs to the next level, and I had a few other people decide to wait on the next elevator or to go find the staircase to go up the flight. At first, I thought the elevator train was coming, but it wasn't, so I decided to take the stairs. Two ladies who had come down the stairs said to me, and a few others, that it's going to be a rough one for us older folks. And a few young boys had entered the stairs, but were okay.
So that was one aspect of the dream. I sort of had to shorten that down. So Angel Laurie, I hope I've done that okay. So like it's interesting, isn't it? Having all the elevators and stairs and going up and down and different people and young and old. So what's your initial thought with Angel Laurie's dream?
Well, I mean, obviously the numbers there, the 333 angel numbers. And that, to me, always thinks about the Trinity of bringing the mind, body, and soul together as well. I really feel that's very strong in a lot of my dreams. Like this morning, I got that symbol. I said, give me a symbol, and I got a circle and a triangle. And the triangle is, once again, it's that we're bringing ourselves back into this one being. Also, the fact that it's always about stairs and elevators going up and going down. And I know Betty Bethard talks about it in her book a lot, in various, if it's stairs, if it's direction, up a hill, down a hill. We want to be going up because it means that we're expanding and getting to the point closer to who we truly are. So that's just a whole metaphor for that, really, isn't it? That the fact that I would laugh at that fact that they said that us old folk. It's a little bit what like young ones say, because the young ones are coming in really aware. So they're probably thinking, well, we don't know what we're in for because we're going to have a surprise, perhaps. And they seem to know maybe a bit more than we do. That's how I see that little end bit there.
Yeah, absolutely. And too, if that's sort of like the younger aspect within ourselves, because, when you go up and down, that's life, right? We sort of have some setbacks and then we sort of expand again. And that young, that aspect of us that's got the energy to keep going. It's like, it's like you're going to be okay. I think sometimes I know I get a bit tired and I go, oh, do I really have to go through this again? When we are going through our cycle of changes. And so yeah, but I think you're spot on with that as well. And for those that are wondering, this is the Betty Bethard's book that I love and recommend to people called The Dream Book. She channeled these, and they're really simple, but they really resonate. And you'll get to have to know your own archetypes and your own symbolism within your own dream. And that way, once we get to understand it more, our soul or our deep subconscious or divine being, whatever you want to call it, can actually then work with more. It's like it's got more paint colors to work with in our dreams once it knows we understand it. So that's, yeah. But I think that you're pretty spot on. So yeah, and so waiting for an elevator rather than taking the stairs. Sometimes it's good. We just have to have patience and allow something to come to us as well, so that it's a little bit of an easier ride than having to do the hard stair climb. So yeah, and then
that's so true, isn't it? Waiting is sometimes seen as a negative thing, but I see it now as something that gives us time that we might need to integrate whatever it is that's happening.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it could be just too much, too quick, too soon, and then we're missing on a really important lesson or an experience in the process.
That's true. That's so true. So. Right, and then we'll go to her next dream, because this dream then shifts to that Matt Moynihan that she was talking about.
So called Matt about an urgent issue while sitting in the back of a car. Anthony Hopkins knocked on the window as if he knew him. I told him I was on a call to Matt and wound the window back up. He got agitated and his hands had begun to morph through the window. Then Matt answered the phone and I was watching him pick up the phone like from another reality. Anthony was walking agitated around the car and I told Matt there was a pinky finger still in the window. Don't remember what we were talking about, but Anthony was in a suit without the jacket.
And there's a comment from Angel Laurie as well.
I usually don't have dreams in this reality about friends, so it was an awesome one for me. Oh, that's a good experience.
Yeah. She usually does really like great dreams that are way out there and in different realms. So if we're sitting in the back of a car, that means we're not driving. And if it's not your car, then there's something going on, maybe that involves someone else, or are you giving your power away? That's sort of, because our car depicts us and who we are in our life. So that was just what I was getting. And the fact that you had someone that you really relate to, obviously this Matthew person, and then someone famous, Anthony Hopkins, and I tend to take, as Zan has always pointed out as well, I tend to take on that they are guides for us. So there's obviously some guidance coming that is around you at the moment. And a phone call, always. That is a really important message that we need to take notice of, because that's coming through from spirit. So that's just what I get straight up. What do you get with that one straight up, Nick?
One thing about sitting in the back of the car, I just want to also say it varies, but sometimes you can be in a car and it can feel like you're being chauffeur driven somewhere. And it's almost like a time when you can just relax and know that you're being guided in the right direction. So just relax and go with, it's like if you're being picked up at an airport and someone's taking you to a hotel, you trust in that person is going to take you there as well. So it can vary a little bit. Once again, this is where you have to interpret what it means for you, but it's just a different way of looking at it.
I love that. Yeah. Great idea. It's true. And because it was stationary as well, it could have just been a time of resting and getting this information that was needed. So
I'm interested to know what you think about the little pinky through the window.
I know. I was thinking that. I was going, well, what does a pinky mean? What does guys? Can you give us some clues? If anyone in the that's commenting, what would a pinky finger mean to you if it came through a window? So, first of all, what does a window represent? It's being able to see clearly, isn't it, through something, or having a clear vision or a clear view. So, I'm going to look up window, and then if anyone puts in what they feel a pinky might mean for them, because again, as Nick's just mentioned, we all have a very different interpretation around what particular fingers might mean, or what the actual...
Exactly, because you think of thumb, it could be under the thumb, under someone's control, a ring finger, could be a unity, some joining together of something, or the balance of two, and that's so. Somebody's written down there, pinky. Greg's written, pinky, fine details.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's That's true. And, you know, it's interesting because also you can do a pinky, you know, one of those pinky, what are they called?
Promise.
Like pinky promise. Yeah. So this is like saying, yes, I'll commit to something, or yeah, I'm in agreement. And it's funny, I was noticing the other day, I was having a cup of coffee and I went, oh, Marie, get that pinky down. So I was going, very posh.
It's the most delicate one as well, so I can see what he means by the fine details.
Yeah. Definitely. So, like, you know, that can be a multitude of meanings for different people. So it'd be interesting. I know Angel Laurie's really early over there where she is as well. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see what her definition of a pinky finger is. So, which is, but yeah, so that's great. And then the other thing was the, where are we? Oh, the fact that he was agitated, so that Anthony Hopkins. Now, I mean, most people would know Anthony Hopkins as the actor, you know, and he did do Silence of the Lambs and quite a few other interesting little movies. But so it's interesting that he's agitated. So, and a window is all about the ability to see beyond a given situation, expanded vision and perception. Window to the other side, interdimensional awareness. So that's sort of really fits in with who Angel Laurie is as well. Because I know that she does a lot of interdimensional travel. So having that finger come through and morph through the window is almost like bringing two dimensions together for her within the dream state, because she said, I don't usually have it from this reality's perspective. So having her friend and these people there. So I don't know, that's just came through. So I can actually do some cards on that as well. Is there anything else you got from that, Nick?
Yeah, I get it while I'm reading it, actually.
Yeah,
so
like a download.
Yeah. And once again, it's like I see connections to some of the dreams that I've had in the past as well, where I've had that famous person come and try to make contact with me, and I haven't snubbed them, but it's like, no, I don't need you right now. So sometimes I love that. It's like you're testing yourself to say, well, I trust my intuition. I get, even though you're my guide, I'm taking control of things myself.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. I think that's perfect. Yeah, so yeah, we've got our Queen of Cups, and this is often about someone's emotional aspect and where they're at on an emotional level. Sometimes there's a little bit of sadness, but the Knight of Pentacles, he's someone that, to me, that brings through a message that is usually has got integrity. So I would say having, you know, those famous people in it being your guides and the telephone call, I'd say that there's definitely a message for you. The Hierophant, now this is someone, to me, that claims their own power, and they usually have a position of authority as well. So I would say this is, that's part of the message there for Angel Laurie. So yeah, so oh, here we go. And Lady Hooks just commented as well. I love this because I was thinking this.
Oh, well, I give a pinky when they aren't worth the whole middle finger.
I love it. It's so good. No, I was thinking it, Lady Hawk. So no, never be worried about putting up what you're thinking. I love it. So that's really cool.
I noticed also that we had a response about the gold ingot.
Yes, okay. And so that's great. So I feel like we finished that dream for Angel Laurie. I think that was, and thank you for sending that in. It was really cool. So, all right. So this is from Greg when we asked him about what he thought the gold meant.
Lots of good things coming.
Yeah. That's a really beautiful dream to have. And to me, gold, if we looked at the color of, you know, how we also can integrate it through with our chakras or whatever, gold to me is always Christ consciousness. So it is an expansion of our spirituality. Interesting to know, Greg, if you've had anything going on around your crown area or your third eye area, or if you've had any tenderness sort of at the top of the crown, because to me the gold is also can be an aspect of the chrism oil that's released from our pineal gland when we are expanding and opening up and cracking through that. So I'll have a look up the gold colour that Betty Bethard's talked, what she says. But yeah, gold's a pretty nice colour to have. So I'd like a gold dream.
Yeah.
Well, here we go, gold. Christ-like, divine consciousness. So I would say that this is a beautiful, you are definitely being shown that you're having an expansion on a spiritual level and connection through up into your, oversoul even, and bringing through more energy. So, Nick, you got anything to say about that?
Yeah, I think there's a lot more going on with the oversouls at the moment, and we're probably going to have a lot more experiences where we're stepping into our other parts of ourselves in different ways, or they're going to show themselves. So,
and look at the card that came up, the Three of Cups, which is celebration, and look at the gold cups. So, yeah, I believe this is a celebration for you, Greg, and just take it, enjoy it. And it's interesting with the oversoul. I know that when my eyes become very clear, and it probably is for all of it, it's really clear and just shining. It's almost like they shock you. I know that there's a connection going on with my oversoul. I know that's something that's coming through. And I remember it was probably about 2 weeks ago. I remember where I was walking around, and I had people just looking at me, staring at my eyes. And I went, what is going on? So I went and had a look in the bathroom, and I went, oh, okay, these are my oversoul eyes. So people can actually feel and sense the energy coming through when there's a connection, when something's going on with the oversoul. So I just thought, yeah, that was just interesting that I actually noticed that, and it was not that long ago. So you're right. So, how we go. This is beautiful.
Yes, I have been asking for the Christ light to come in lately. Exactly, yeah.
So there's your real confidence that it's actually happening. So it's lovely confirmation for you, Greg. That's beautiful.
I just want to say, Greg, I've got a beautiful gold frame around these. So it always indicates to me. I never thought about this picture a lot, actually. It was gifted to me. And even more so now, it has so much relevance. That's why I'm keeping it here as my backdrop. But every now and then I just think, now I'm going to see that gold frame and connect with that even more. So,
yeah, beautiful. So, okay. So Marie's popped up a...
Hi, Marie. No words. It was just a dream. Said no words, but seeing brilliant white glowing horse, bunny, bear, and wolf just appearing and looking at me coming near.
Oh, I'm so glad you've put this up, Marie, because my friend Frida, we're actually doing a gridding today. She was watching it, and she was saying how, and she didn't put it in. I said, you should have put it in the comments. She was saying something about when the white, when the white wolf or the white something comes through, it's actually a sign when people start to see these as visions, these white animals. It's a sign that something's flipped over or changed. I don't know if she's watching today, but Frida, if you are, please write something about it, or I'll get it off her today and let us know next week, because she noticed that. She went, oh wow, yeah, I've just been reading about this. So what are your thoughts so Marie, what do you feel it is? Let's ask Marie first and see if we can get some ideas of why Marie feels that what's going on with these brilliant white glowing animals. So yeah, just...
Are they all glowing, or is it just the horse?
White glowing horse, bunny, bear, and wolf coming near. I'm going to take it that they were all glowing. Yeah. So that's how I'm taking it. But yeah, but Marie, let us know what you feel it's about. Yeah. So okay, so we'll give that a minute, or anyone else, if anyone else wants to pop in some ideas, because this is where I think it's great. We start to sort of think and to sit with it and go, well, what would that mean for me? And it doesn't always have to be the same as for someone else. So yeah, but which is great. But and Greg, he's on turmeric. Greg said the turmeric's working. So turmeric can be a marvelous little drink. Yes. So. All right, so I'm going to pull some cards on this as well. Oh, here we go. So Marie's great. Thank you, Marie.
Marie said, I was just feeling love and protection. All were bright and glowing.
Yeah, yeah, and which is perfect, isn't it? So, when I know that day when we did that connection, all of us were connecting in the dream space. And when I couldn't remember much, I just knew there was people all together. And as I was coming out, though, it was just white light, and it was just so beautiful. And you can really, to me, I can really feel that resonance of white light when it's in a dream, especially. So if you're seeing this, and if we looked up each of the animals, I mean, to me, the horse is all about freedom and power.
Yeah.
So, and I remember when I finally cracked this nightmare I'd had from when I was like 5, and I think I was 28 when it happened. And it was the witch that was chasing me up the spiral mountain on a broomstick. And it was a white horse that came to me and said, you can do this, you can do this, you've got enough courage. So that's freedom and power. And then what happened, of course, as we know, is the witch was actually an aspect of me that I'd been running away from. So when she said, Marie, I finally found you, it was me. So the white horse to me then gave me courage and power. And and what else have we got there? We've got put it back up.
The rabbit or the bunny?
A rabbit. So what would a rabbit mean for you, Nick?
Well, a rabbit's very agile.
Yeah.
Me. I'm thinking about the movement of the animal in this case, and it's very flexible. And because the horse is also expanded sense of self, and because you're expanding, the rabbit can go here, there, and everywhere, and it has this incredible ability just to move quickly and easily and effortlessly.
Yeah. And it's interesting, in the animal magic cards, that it comes up as a hare, which is similar, but the hare is all about insight and going deeper, like going down the rabbit hole. So that's an interesting one as well.
Yeah, I just looked it up too, so I'll have a look when you're finished. Sorry.
Okay, no, you keep, look it up. That'd be great. Whatever, it was in the book. So
I like to tune in first, and then I like to look at the book, so I don't get too straight. It says hopping from one thing to the next without planning can mean a lack of awareness in creation of your world, cuddling and warm, completion of a task with the speed of a jackrabbit.
Nice.
So you pick out what fits for you there. You think, okay, in this case, maybe that's more of what it means for me, because there is a lack of this. Is part of this that could also mean a lack of awareness in creation of your world. I didn't see it that way.
No,
because it's combined with this beautiful horse, which is also about expansion and freedom, as you said, power.
Yeah, exactly. And if you look at the bear, so for me, intuitively, because I do tend to connect in with these animal magic cards, the bear is all about awakening. So it's about coming out from sleep, from the cave, and connecting in through to the cosmos with DNA activation. So bears, to me, are beautiful. Yeah, they're a real connection point to the cosmos. So, and the wolf to me is like a teacher, a leader. The wolf packs are so incredibly smart in how they look after their old right through to the young, and where they even put them in their line. So the actual wolf as the leader is at the back, and he's the one that's directing, but also looking after them. I just think wolf packs are amazing, and wolves, really incredibly clever. So it's beautiful. So yeah. Do you have anything else for those two?
I haven't really looked them up because I pretty much what you're saying there sits with me as well.
Yeah, that's right. So So okay, so let's have a little look. Oh, and this is beautiful. Kathleen's popped something up as well.
Gregory, I have a phrase I say when I'm calling in the Christ consciousness. It has helped me so much. I invoke the light of the Christ within. I am clear and perfect channel. Light is my guide. You say it 3 times.
Beautiful. Yeah, that's beautiful, Kathleen. Thank you. And that's it, I guess. We find something that becomes comforting for us, and then that allows us to relax and to surrender a little bit more, and then to allow whatever needs to happen to happen. So it's perfect. All right, so Lady Hawk's got something interesting here.
Lady Hawk. I had a dream decades ago about a man. He talked about words and grammar controlling people. Today I found that person on YouTube, recognized him right away. What he was saying answered my questions. Overwhelming information, and I don't know if I believe it or not.
Wow. So you had a dream, Lady Hawk, a long time ago, that now you've recognized as this person that's giving information around words and grammar, and how it's sort of like and they do say it's spell casting, don't they? That they've deliberately used some words, and Yeah, and it's interesting. So with the overwhelming information, can you give us a little bit more maybe about what it was that particularly made you feel overwhelmed? You know, was it what he was saying about all of these words and spell casting maybe? So yeah, so let us know, because I just think that's fascinating that years later you actually, you know, you must have been connecting in, because there's no such thing as time at the end of the day. They slow it, we get it slowed down here so we get to experience, but in our dream state there's no such thing as time. So you must have been tuning in. You must have one of those little prophetic radars and your soul knows you can deal with it. So you get to know information, and then when it comes to you, you go, oh, okay, this, I remember this. Wow. Yeah. So fascinating.
Yeah, she did make.
Oh, okay. So this is interesting. That this is good. So we've got a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm going to have to look this one up. Postmaster General Russell J. Gould. It's about the quantum system.
Yeah. Okay. So, and you know, at the moment there is so much disinformation out there. There is so much that's true information out there. I feel it's just a matter of intuitive. You just sit there and you go, is this going to really affect me right now? Is this something that's going to actually be pertinent in my everyday life? Or is it something just to pop at the back of my brain and go, you know what, if I'm meant to get some more information on this, oh no. It's something, after a little while, what I feel happens is that the resonance of it, if it's not really truthful or not really important for us in this moment of time, it just starts to dissolve, and it's like we don't keep going back to it. That's how I do it. I don't know. What do you do?
Exactly the same, actually. I'd be interested to see how people are faring with all of this at the moment. I'd just like to observe, wait, stop, think, let's just see. And then I sort of lose interest, and which it says to me it's not important right now for me to know that. You know, being aware is important, but then you move into that state of just trusting what you feel about something, and does it really matter? Not really. What matters is what's happening right here and now.
Yeah. I mean, I just think the whole scenario is fascinating, what you went through with that Lady Hawk. And but yeah, so yeah, how much do you need it in this moment of time in your life? You know, if it comes back in another way somewhere else down the track, then you might go, oh, okay, I meant to know this, but it's okay. I don't need to do anything with it. So yeah. So I think yeah, just as Nick said, just trust. If it keeps coming up for you or you get too fixated on it, maybe just step back, pop it behind you, and then see if it comes up again. But pretty cool. So yeah, Ace of Pentacles. To me, this is just confirming exactly that. Just to do that little process. So, and oh, that's so interesting, because Lady Hawk says he talks about the now moment.
Yeah, exactly. And
there you go.
I do think you were meant to see this connection of what you've had in the past to what it is now, because you're coming at it with a different set of eyes, a different way of looking at it, perhaps, than maybe at the time.
That's it.
And
yeah.
Isn't there?
Yeah, it is. And look, the sun cards come up. So there's whatever's going on, it's, and then followed by the Fool that was directly underneath it. So new beginnings. So look, you know, it's fine to know. Maybe sometimes it just gives us a little bit of hope or a little bit of, oh, okay, we're on track, and then you can just let it go. But yeah, but thank you for sharing that. I love it when those sorts of things happen. So and Maple Tree, hello Maple Tree.
Hi, I saw you now 10 minutes ago in my sleep as live. How awesome is that?
How awesome is that? So connected. Oh, that's funny. So this is hilarious, Lady Hawk.
Oh, and he said that too. What did he say?
He was saying, they're talking about the now moment, but then talking about maybe, you know, I don't know, I'd say something about we were talking about how it gives us a little bit of hope, but it's not, yeah, it'll come back to us in another way if we need to know it. I don't know, but sounds like we're on track. Whatever it is, there's synchronicity going on here. Which
I know. None of this is planned.
None of this is planned. So,
but there's a higher plan.
Exactly. So now let me just see if there's anything else that I've missed. So if you've got any other dreams, guys, or if you've got any other synchronicities. Oh, actually, I want to tell you one synchronicity, which is really, really funny. So and my friend, she was going to come and pick up some stuff, but anyway, I had a little bit of a like something on my skin, on my toe. You know how sometimes you can get that, and I was going, oh, this is feeling really annoying. So I got the hit, put some sodium bicarbonate on it. So I just grabbed some dry sodium bicarbonate and put on it, and I was, oh, that feels better already. And then I just left it on the bench, and I went, oh, Mel's coming, I should be putting that away. And I went, no, leave it on the bench. I went, all right. So then she turns up and she comes in going, oh, no, I just had this amazing thing to eat, but I've got this chili oil all over my beautiful new overalls. And she said it's going to stain them. And straight away I got bicarbonate soda. And I said, let me look it up for you. I'll Google it. Sure enough, bicarb soda. So she went, what, did you have that out already? I went, yeah, I got told to leave it out on the bench. I'd used it. And so we put it on her overalls to help to get the chili stain out of it, and it was sitting right on the bench. So these are the fun little things, I reckon, that make life enjoyable.
Yeah.
You know, that's sort of, just something that I noticed, and I kept getting the message, no, just leave it out. And I'm going, all right. Yeah. And
I've been finding turmeric. I actually have bicarb always on my bench, mainly to add in my water in the morning. And I was talking about the turmeric as well. I was laughing at that because at the moment I've got a little bowl and I didn't know what to do with this fresh turmeric. So I just peeled it and put it in some water in a little bowl sitting on my bench. And I know that was talked about today. And even sort of, like I can understand people say, oh, yeah, but that's not that weird. It's not meant to be weird. It's about the signal that I get from that. And it says to me that we are all connected, that there's little pieces that will come together every now and then. And that's just to help us if we're still sort of not aware of it. But talking about more synchronicities, lately, more frequently than ever, I'll be thinking of someone and then I'll be in the middle of sending them a message, haven't spoken to them for a while, and then at the very same time that I've sent it, I receive one from them.
Yeah.
Constantly happening at the moment. It's so weird sometimes that I think, come on.
You can't make this stuff up. What's the mathematical probability of that happening?
Right. Yeah.
It's true. I mean, we are etheric beings and we live in ether. So this is, it's like we have this connection. So, which is amazing. I love that stuff when it happens. So, and it's great because Lady Hawk said new beginnings. Remember the Fool card came up for new beginnings, which is beautiful. So, yeah. And, I love it. And sometimes I'll be thinking of someone and it's like I'll drop into a little bit of a daydream and it'll come through what's been going on for them and like what's happening. I go, oh, okay. And then the next day, again, we'll talk and I go, oh, my God, I was just thinking of this yesterday and it was coming through. And this happens all the time. And then, something comes up around that subject with that person. It's I feel for me, it's like we're helping each other solve like stuff that's going on in our lives if we can just tune in to that knowing. So I love that aspect of it.
And I think with that dream I had, that vision I had of that wave of the plane of all the different colours and patterns, that when I saw the pieces divided up, I figured that it must be everyone, that they're all the different essences of everyone, all joining together, and they all play a part in this beautiful mosaic that I'm seeing and I'm floating over, which made me really understand that this is all of us here to working together to create something beautiful, to unite into a place of harmony.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I agree. And this is why it's just so comfortable and lovely when we're around like-minded people and like-hearted people. It's just like it's okay. I'm not out there cray-cray on my own. We can all be cray-cray together. It's so much fun. So but I was just getting a hit. I might just do a little just get Jasper to do a little bit of an enhancement of looking at something, see what's going on for us all. How does that sound? So, and no, you can all tune into Jasper whenever you want. He's beautiful energy, this boy. So I'm just going to tune in through my heart. And what Jasper's saying is never be afraid of our expansion or our enhancing of our spirituality and who we are. And he was showing me like beautiful gold beams coming through. It's like never be afraid of that because it's remembering who we truly are. So it's like, as we go through these uplifts, I suppose, and upgrades. It's like just trust that we're actually our soul's in control of this with God. So it's all perfect. So yeah, but wow, so that was pretty beautiful. So okay, and while we're doing that, I'll just check my messages because Tanya said she sent me a dream last night. Let me see if I got it. Do-do-do.
And while Marie's doing that, can I also remind people that if you find it's too hard to do a dream while you're watching the chat and listening to the show, send it to Marie the night before. She's always checking, and she will put it up in the comments. So if you're watching the show, you can't see the comments, you can actually activate them, and then you can read what people are writing there, and she will upload your dream for you.
Yeah. So Tanya's so Tanya just said, yeah, she can't seem to upload Dream to YouTube. You do have to go on and subscribe, I think, or you have to actually have you have to set yourself up with a YouTube what do you call it, platform, your own YouTube thing, and then you can go in and yeah. So, but I'll read Tanya's dream out. She said, last night I remembered my dream. We were walking down the street with her husband and her mum were with me. There were celebrations in the street. Now, this is interesting because this is coming through again. And then all of a sudden, everything started to change to 5D. I received this message as I was walking, if that makes sense. Yeah, it wasn't scary. It was exciting. It was a very different energy. I high-fived her husband, and I remember saying to him, see, electricity is free. And she said, there's more, but she couldn't remember it. That's amazing because to me, this is just what I was talking about, which is the ether, which is what we are surrounded by and what we are actually made of. And yeah, and energy is free. And when you know this stuff, you know it. It's so true. So I love that you had that dream, Tanya, because I believe that's going to be something that happens in our world in the not too distant future as well. So yeah, so that's amazing. Thank you for sending that through. And it's not coincidence, is it, that there's so many of us that are actually having these type of dreams. So because we're tuning in to what's coming. So as well. So wow. So have you got any thoughts on that one there, Nick?
Well, I don't pay for electricity when I get zapped and a static electric charge. No one's billing me for that. So where's that coming from?
Exactly. That's well said. It's true. It's, and you look back, this is why I'm just so enamored with Tartarian times and the buildings and the beautiful cathedrals. And once you know, you can never unknow. That's why. And I used to always wonder why they had copper roofs on these amazing, when I traveled, that why would they have a copper roof that would go green, like it oxidizes?
Yeah, exactly.
But when it's being used, it doesn't oxidize. So yeah, I know. And I just think back and go, why didn't I ask these questions earlier? And it's because we weren't meant to. So, coming out. Yeah. And Kathleen B agrees as well. Yeah, feels like it's coming soon. Which would be just so lovely, wouldn't it? Just to go, finally, some truths are coming out now and we're actually experiencing the benefit of them. So, yeah.
And it's funny, I actually have at the entrance to my house, I don't know what they're called actually, but they're like if you look up the top of electrical cables, because in Australia, we have a lot of them that are above ground, and you'll see on the top of the wire, there's a sort of a coil that sits on, which is like some sort of a conductor. Inside, I think it's a lot of copper. I have 2 big ceramic ones filled with copper at the entranceway to my house.
Well, that's interesting, isn't it? Have you tried tapping into that? Because they do say that if you ground it in, even when you're sleeping, to the ground with the copper coming up to the bed, it actually can really enhance our healing and our knowing and all of that.
I haven't, and I don't know why until now that I'm realizing, why haven't I been utilizing that? I have, it's there, but I could tap in even more.
Yeah, that'd be amazing to see if you actually get to do that. So, and I think this is it. As we're meant to understand and know things, then they come through. And then it's like, how come I never saw it like this before? Because we weren't ready in our consciousness. And it's so it's fascinating, isn't it? Yeah. So, wow. But so Maple Trees just popped something up as well.
She said, hi. To become a seer and an ancestral seer lineage.
Yeah, maple tree, I think I agree, and I think a lot of us actually did. I know I did, and I've had a lot of eye problems in this lifetime and had to have eye surgery and nearly went blind. And when Alexis did a trance with me, she said, you were a seer. And she said, you used to be able to see where the tribe you needed to move to and what was coming. And she said, so it's working with the sun energy and moon energy. And she said, but that's why your eyes in this lifetime, you're here to clear that aspect of your thing. So look, I believe, I believe we all have had probably an aspect of that and experience of that. So, and that's it, and we then have that gift once we've cleared whatever was going on with it. That's when our beautiful gifts and talents comes through that we've actually mastered in other lifetimes, or that are being mastered in this concurrent lifetime, as I see it, with others.
And don't think, I always think that just because, people say, oh, wouldn't it be great to have that gift or talent? We've all got something. We've all got some sort of creative ability or talent, and that we're all going to discover. And we all have to have that. It's like, once again, it's all part of the big puzzle. We don't want everybody just being one thing. So, you've got something special. You wouldn't be here if you didn't. So that's something to really look forward to is working through until you can discover what that is.
Yeah. And as much as we're all connected and all made from the same and all have ether and everything, we're all unique, and I think that's the beautiful part of being here, is we all have our beautiful, unique personalities and gifts. Exactly. So, but okay, well, what else we got here? So Greg's popped up. Oh, Loretta's here as well. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, and there's obviously a little bit more coming. Do you want to read that?
Yeah, Loretta here too. I'm seeing a lot of 111s and 999s. I know 999 is spiritual, and
it hasn't come up yet. Oh, here we go.
And ones are angelic, but I don't know the message they are telling me.
I've been seeing the same. I've been seeing lots of triple numbers lately, and 999s and triple ones. And so nines are angelic, very much so, but also completion. So, I mean, and we all have our own connection or understanding of numbers as well, exactly like what Nick's been saying about everything. Like, we all have our own divination of it. So 999 in my little angels book, last one, says, go to work, light worker. The world needs your divine life purpose right now. Fully embark upon your sacred mission without delay or hesitation. And 111, I've always seen 111 as well, often even when there's 4 ones, as a doorway, as a new beginning, as an activation. So, yeah. And what are you getting, Nick?
I've been getting, actually, personally, the same thing. But the other day, I think it might have been the day before yesterday, I put fuel in my car, and the price was 5555. I got in my car and it was 666 is what was on my speedo. And then the next number that I looked at, I can't remember where that was now. I was just getting overwhelmed, and it was just all in a row. And I think I had the whole gamut from 1 to 9 of the triple numbers all in a row, which said to me, sometimes it doesn't have to be just because they're all beautiful messages. I actually felt that, wow, we're really being guided and supported right now, that we are so surrounded by lots of love and guidance that I just sort of thought, oh, well, I'm just going to sit back and relax a bit now.
That's it. Everything's in divine order. And it's true. And I have to say, I've been seeing that. I've even seen car number plates with 666 on it. And they're rare. But again, like you were saying, there'd be then a 777 or the 999. And I'm going, okay, the whole gamut's here. That's what I'm feeling, is this is opening.
And in the window at nighttime, I have a digital clock. And if it shows whatever it is on the digital clock, it might be 2222, like 2222. And I can see a reflection off the window, and it'll be 5555.
Perfect.
And I'm not necessarily looking at it, but I would just be sort of like, oh, what's that over? Oh, that's the clock. Oh, look at that.
It's the opposite of that's brilliant. So Yeah, absolutely. And so Marie sort of says, yeah.
She said the usual numbers, but the newer ones are 555 888 1515.
Yeah. Yeah. So exactly. And as Kathleen's saying, like me with the songs, it's true. And we're gonna get it in a way that we can really respond to. So that's great. So keep your eyes open, guys, and ask and have that intention of tuning in, what's going on, show me some synchronicities, show me fun. And let's get back together next week with the dream team. And if you want to come on, just send me an email and we can arrange it. It'd be lovely to have some of you on here. So Tanya, if she's not working.
It'd be nice to see the Brady Bunch.
Yeah, it would actually. And I think it was Angel Laurie was saying as well, maybe we could have a round table discussion about something, like we have a subject and then that comes up. That'd be really fun. So, all right. Yeah, that's really beautiful. So, and Greg's, yeah. So it's helpful. And this is the thing, it's helpful. We start to trust more in what we're getting and the guidance we're getting. So that's really beautiful. All right, guys, we shall let you go. And thanks, Nick, for being on with us. Next week, I think Sarah is due back on, so we'll see where she's at with everything. But otherwise, I can't wait to see you guys all again next week.
Thanks, everybody. Really appreciate you all.
Yeah.